Hello, welcome to day 13 of Vlogmas. I forgot what day we were on then. I look like this today because I'm having a chill yarn twisting day. And you know what I couldn't be bothered to do? Full face makeup to look glam. So that is not what I'm doing. Today I'm doing a twist and chat, which is something I do on Patreon. I don't think I've ever done it, posted one here. I could be wrong. Happy to be proven wrong. But I have so much yarn to twist from the Legends and Lattes collection, which has been dragging out way too long. It's not going to be shipped by the time I want it to be shipped, so I'm aiming for next week. It's going to be shipped next week, 100%. It can't not be shipped next week. It has to be shipped next week. I was doing really well and dyeing everything and being really ahead, and I was like, cool, this is a manageable number of yarn that I sold and blah, blah, blah. And then it's just, the past month has just kind of run away from me a little bit. And then I did the Christmas Eve cast on pre-orders, and then the movie yarn, which I shouldn't have done the movie yarn, but that's also fine. And all of a sudden, it's just, time is running away from me a little bit. So I'm having a yarn twisting day today. This is a small break from yarn twisting, so I can record the chatting aspect of it. I've completely twisted up one colour out of 9, and I'm partway through the second. I know, it just takes so long to twist. So long. But the plan for tomorrow and the next day is to dye up mini skeins and try to get them done. I don't know how long they'll take me to do. So if I can get them all done tomorrow, glorious. But if not, we can try. But yeah, I'm at the twisting and labelling stage of it, and I'm kicking myself for not starting to ship these sooner. But that's fine. Something that I've tried to do this year, as opposed to the last 3 years, is allow myself a bit more free time. So the last 3 years I've been getting really burnt out. Usually by the time Advents are done, I'm just like so burnt out, I don't know what to do with myself. But this year I didn't want that to happen. Last year I had 3 yarn shows, I think. Did I have 3? Had at least 2. I can't remember now. But yeah, so prepping yarn for that the whole time, and anyway, it was quite intense. Whereas this year I've been a bit more lax with everything, which has been much better for my mental health. It's kind of helped me to recover from the burnout a little bit, and I'm feeling much better about my business overall. The only downside of this is that my income has taken a small thwack, which is fine. I'm still surviving. Like, I'm not broke or begging. We're all good. But yeah, next year I can't do this again. So it's been nice having a bit more of a relaxed year, but next year I want to try having more shop updates and things like that. And yeah, as nice as it has been to knit of an evening, I do need to bring back making stitch markers and all of this, especially because I'm doing East Anglia Yarn Festival. So yeah, I need to start making stitch markers for that. And the plan was to start doing that through Vlogmas, but this collection is just, it's taking longer than I wanted it to. I'm grateful that I didn't sell more now. I really wanted to sell 500 skeins was my goal. I sold 411. I looked at that, I was like, oh yeah, I can dye that super quick. But then, you know, stuff has been going on behind the scenes as well that I don't need to talk about, and it's just, all of a sudden, I'm at 8 weeks. I said 8 to 10 weeks on the listings. They're all up on the website still. And I wanted it shipped by this Sunday, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to try by Christmas. I'm 100% going to do them by Christmas. But yeah, kind of sucks a little bit. Kind of sucks. But yeah, I needed to have a bit of a lighter year this year because I have just been knackered after the last 3 years. In 2020, my business just kind of took off a little bit more than I expected. I was doing all right financially. I was like scraping by from the time I went full time. And then all of a sudden 2020 hit and my business just kind of went whoo, because people started knitting and fewer people going to yarn shows, and I was making vlog content and people were finding my business and my channel and that. And so I kind of ran with it. And because I had nothing else to do, because, you know, we were in lockdown a lot of the time, it meant that all I was doing was working, which was lovely. Because Mario was working a lot at his other bakery job that he had before he opened his own business. And so, yeah, I just worked a lot and then didn't take many breaks. And now, and then, yeah, I kind of continued that in 2021 and then in 2022. And then this year I decided that I wasn't going to do that and I was going to have a bit more of a relaxed year. Yeah, I did do 3 yarn shows last year because I did the Wool Monty, because they didn't have one this year. I would have done if they'd had one this year. But, yeah, it's just, yeah, I can't do it. I haven't applied for next year because it's on a weekend I can't do. But, yeah, it's just, all of a sudden, it's just, yeah. I was like, I'll take my time dyeing it so I won't be burnt out by the time Vlogmas is here and blah, blah, blah. Because that is the worst feeling burnt out by the end of the year, because it means I can't actually enjoy anything and all I want to do is nothing. But the problem is that I've kind of been too relaxed with it, and now, now it's a bit stressy. So that's fine. These things happen. Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to talk about today, but this is where I'm at. I've been seeing some posts on TikTok about an event hosted by a cosmetics company. I mean, I don't know the full gory details about the event. One of the criticisms is that all the influencers that were invited, well, there wasn't a lot of diversity within the influencers that were invited, and they were lacking many people of colour there, and that is obviously problematic in itself, but that wasn't what I was going to talk about today. I've been seeing posts from small businesses, because that's the side of TikTok I'm on. I'm on cat videos and small business TikTok for the most part. And then also like people reading out Reddit posts with the little figure jumping around Minecraft, and clips from various hospital shows with people doing something, but with some kind of like 5-minute crafts happening next to it. I don't really know. Anyway, going back to the small business thing, this cosmetics company had sent like a generic email out to people and saying, hey angels, we really like your business, we really like your products. Obviously I'm summarising it. We're hosting this event and we want to have your products there in the goodie bags for the influencers. You'll be donating, essentially they're asking these small businesses to donate these and they wouldn't be paid, which is absurd because this company could afford to pay for it, I'm sure. And I just keep seeing posts from people saying, oh, I got that same email. I thought it was a personal email to us, but we got the same one. And maybe it's because I'm old hat at this now. I've been in business for 10 years. 10 years this year it was. So I've been in business for 10 years and I've had my YouTube channel for almost 10 years. And, well, this YouTube channel. And then I had one previously as well. That first video I posted was the 1st of January 2008. So I've been around the internet for a long time. And I've had a lot of emails from people asking me to send them stuff, but mainly asking them to send me stuff to promote without paying me. And I didn't, maybe it's naivety, maybe it's the excitement of having this big makeup brand reach out to you, knowing that potentially your favourite influencer is going to get a gift with all of your, or get a gift with your products in it, and then they might show it off on their TikTok and then that's free promotion for you. Wonderful. Exposure only gets you so far. You can't, especially when you're a small business. Some of these businesses are so small. They could definitely afford to pay for things from people, and it's just, especially there's a cost of living crisis. People are struggling as it is. Small businesses are struggling as it is. And I just think it's really, I won't say the word I'm going to say because it's a swear word and I don't know if YouTube allows swear words. I think it's really cheeky. It's not the word I want to say. I think it's really cheeky for such a large business to ask a small business to donate their stuff for free in exchange for exposure. They said they were going to have a live stream where they were going to go through the bundle that the people were getting, and obviously these things never happened. And it's, why can't businesses pay? So it's quite an established makeup company, at least as far as I'm aware. Why couldn't they afford to cherry pick some people that they like, actually send a personalised email with the name of the person saying, we want to buy 40 of these off of you. How much will it be? Do you do wholesale? Even asking for wholesale I think is acceptable. Do you do wholesale? Blah, blah, blah. Because I just think, how are these people meant to pay their bills if... And then obviously now, because of all the controversy that's come out around the diversity issue, or lack thereof, now these people's businesses aren't even being talked about because no one wants to share that they were at the event. No one wants to share what they got at the event. And it's just, it's going to be a hard lesson for those businesses to learn. But I'm of the firm belief that if I get an email in my inbox, it's happened many times, and it says hello, and it says either my screen name, or it says hey there, or something generic, unless it's an email from a customer obviously. But if it's, you know, something generic, I will instantly delete that email, because you're not sending it to me, you're sending it to a bunch of different people, and you can't even be bothered to have a look anywhere on social media. My name is everywhere. You could literally just click on my Instagram, my name is there. You can click on YouTube, I've got my name there. It's just, it's even, I've got it in the description box of my videos. I said, for any business inquiries, please feel free to email me, Hannah. I put my name there. And it's just laziness. It's just laziness. And so many people fall for it, especially when you're early on in YouTube, because it's exciting to think, oh my goodness, I'm getting sponsorships. Because yeah, the amount of Temu emails that I receive, I'm just like, no, sod off. Don't want to promote Temu, thank you. Don't want to shop with Temu. I don't know. I just think it's very naive. And I understand why people would do this, because it, you know, you're thinking free promotion, wonderful. People's businesses blow up on TikTok overnight, which that idea terrifies me. And if you're interested in why I think it's a terrible idea to blow up on TikTok overnight, if you want a video about that, please let me know. I will very happily talk about it, because that is a complete fear of mine, is blowing up overnight. But not actually physically blowing up, but my business taking off overnight. Because it used to be something that I really, really wanted. Back when I started this business and sales were slow and I was still trying to work out what was going on, I was like, oh, why can't I just do this full time? Why can't I just instantly be successful at this? And it's like, well, actually that's not how it works. But I'll chat about that in a different video. But I think it's very naive for businesses to think that an email that has the greeting of hey angels as like, instead of hey, insert the person's name, or dear, insert the person's name. I just think, why would you not think that that is a generic email, for one? But also, I get that, whatever, that's by the by. But why would you want to donate your products for free? I don't know. I just think I put so much work into my business and I try really, really hard with it. The last thing I want is to just hand stuff out willy-nilly. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making much sense with this. Maybe I'm not. My brain is a little fried, as I'm sure you might be able to tell by my appearance alone today. But yeah, I hope that I'm making sense with this. Shame on that bigger business for asking people to donate their time and money. No, donate their time and products, and not doing what they promised in return. But I also think some small businesses, especially newer ones, I think sometimes you need to maybe not assume the best in people all the time. I'm not blaming the businesses, the small businesses, because I get it. I get that it's exciting, but it is just a really horrible lesson that you have to learn. Not everyone has your best interest at heart. Most people are looking out for themselves. It's a horrible, harsh reality, but it's just the way that things are sometimes. People are selfish by nature, and if they want something for nothing, or if they can get something for nothing, they're not going to pay for it. It's one reason Mario doesn't reduce his bakes at the end of the day. And that's reason why a lot of, or some smaller businesses especially, don't do things like too good to go, because I know of businesses that have done that before, and they've got food left over at the end of the day, and a lot of people don't go and buy anything and then they wait until it's on like too good to go, and then they go and get stuff when it's cheap. I'm not saying throw stuff out instead, but for example, the other week, Mario had a chunk of bread left over because the market wasn't very busy, and he doesn't want to reduce it, because then that sort of teaches people to wait until the end, not buy it full price, wait till the end and they can get it cheaper. That's what I do with shopping for clothes from bigger businesses. Have a look. If I don't need it immediately, hold off. Or a lot of businesses, you can put it in your cart and leave it in your cart. If you log in, leave it in your cart, and then you get sent a discount code. You're like, sweet. But Mary doesn't want to do that for like his bread, and I don't have sales often for my yarn, for the very good reason that I've put work into this. I don't really want to sell it for less if I don't have to, if that makes sense. So yeah, he took it to a food bank, the bread. It didn't just get thrown out. Some goes in our freezer, some gets made into bread pudding, delicious. And then he took a lot to a food bank as well, which, yeah, really, really, really good. It's not often that you find a food bank that will take fresh produce, so I'm glad that he's managed to find one. He's done it a few times now. But yes, anyway, that was my little rant, but I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense, but that's fine. I'm going to do Advent time. I've got 4 advent calendars this year. I've got my Chromatic Yarns advent calendar. That is my own hand-dyed yarn. This year is inspired by Spells from Dungeons & Dragons. It's the Book of Spells Advent. I also did a swap with Alison of Lofty Loops and Selena of Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. The former being watercolour themed, the latter being Nutcracker inspired. And then I also bought myself a Bird and Blend tea advent calendar in which I get 2 tea bags a day. Rudolph's Night Shift was the name of the tea that I was thinking of the other day that I couldn't think what it was called. Rudolph's Night Shift. It was delicious. Shall we start with Chromatic Yarns? This is Flame Blade. With this spell, you cast it and a flaming blade appears. So then you can attack with it. It's orangey colour, and then it's got some yellow in it, heavily speckled with like a burgundy red, a bit of brown I believe, some golden yellow. I like this one. I remember dyeing this one, it was a really hot day. Good times. So then we have, it took me ages to find this one, Lofty Loops. This is called Cranberry Crush. Day 15. Oh, this is a beautiful pink colour. It's kind of getting blown out a little bit. I'll hold it back a bit. It's a bit darker in person than at least my screen is showing. Maybe it's better when it's on the computer, but it's kind of like a dark rosy pink. Very pretty, very nice. I love that one. And then we have 13 of Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. This is going to be a sock yarn. It's an odd day. Ooh! Oh, this one's stunning. This is a greyish blue with speckles of blue and golden yellow. Absolutely gorgeous. You know what? This nail varnish is holding up very well. It's chipping a bit where my thumbnail is snapped, but not too bad. By snapped, I mean my thumbnail often splits halfway down my thumb. I've talked about it for years. It started happening when I started growing my nails, and it only happens on one of my thumbs. I thought it was from bead weaving, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the nature of my thumb. Next up we have Bird and Blend. I thought it was from bead weaving, like holding the needle, but I don't know what it's from now. But my nail gets to a certain length and then it snaps part, and then it sort of splits part way down, and then I've got to wait for it to grow out, and then I've got a weirdly short nail for a while. Day 14. Oh, cookies and cream. Oh my goodness, I'm very excited for this one. Oh, that smells delightful. It looks like it's almost got popcorn in it. In fact, I think it does have popcorn in it. Oop. I'm very excited to try this one. I've never tried it before, and it's definitely my jam. My favourite teas from Bird and Blend are their black teas that are a bit sweet. So this is... I'm not very good at juggling, can you tell? But yeah, this is definitely my jam. Yes. I'm excited. I might go put the kettle on. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope that this video made sense. I hope that the thoughts that were in my head managed to come out of my head. And I'm thinking that I will go through the other part of my yarn stash in my next YouTube video, because obviously tomorrow is going to be for the Biscuit Brew crew over on Patreon, where I will vlog me dyeing up some mini skeins. That's a novelty. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you for being you. If you'd like to follow me on social media, links can all be found in the description box below. If you would like to see more from me, there we go. I'm posting every day in the run up to Christmas, so please feel free to subscribe. That would be delightful. There's no pressure if you don't want to. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down, and let me know what you've been up to today. How is your week going? Fill me in on the goss. I'm nosy. The daily check-in. We love to see it. And with all that being said, I will see you very soon in my next video, where hopefully I look a little bit less like this. Bye.